Well, skating in a pregame skate is one thing, and we're happy that he's made that step. Battling, competing, doing the things you need to do in practice before you get to the game, that's the next step for Brandon. It's the next step for Hendo. There's a few others that will continue to skate mildly on their own until they get up and running, but Cassian's probably the closest to being back, and then the other two need a little bit of work. The others are a little longer than we'd like. Lower body. What started out as day-to-day is going to be a little bit longer, obviously, and that's it. It's going to be a little bit longer, unfortunately. Yeah, Kajula had an initial injury on the penalty shot situation. I forget who we were playing in exhibition season. Rehabbed it and then re-injured it again. So he started it day-to-day, and now he's obviously a lot longer. And he's one of those players that will casually begin to skate over the next week to 10 days. And when you have those lower body injuries, it takes not only time to heal, but it takes time to get going again. You haven't skated, you haven't handled the puck, you haven't got your lungs full of air and thought when you're tired. There's a lot of work that needs to be done with a lot of those lower body guys. Well, everybody has a ceiling that we've got to keep pushing upwards, and I think Darnell's done a tremendous job in coming closer to that. But as he gets closer, we push it up a little bit higher for him. I think he's just more confident as a player right now. Some of the mistakes he was making last season, we don't see near as often. So he's comprehended situational play and been able to combat in that area. He looks like he's even got more of a physical presence on the ice, which comes with confidence. Penalty kills improved a lot. We see him contributing a little bit offensively. And I think what he's done is he's taken inventory of his game, and he knows he needed to get better in these areas, so he focused on it. And now he's bringing a little bit more into his game, that being the offense. No, we feel good about that. Both him and Grimes. Sometimes the way I look at it, if you're on the ice penalty killing and there's only 4 of you, you should be able to be on the ice against those same players with 5 of you. And, we talk about that sometimes with Anton and Letestu. They're out there penalty killing and they're doing a good job. If they get caught out against the other team's top line, that they should be comfortable in that situation. They should be able to get the job done. So Darnell and Grimes, it's no different. That he didn't do in the preseason. He's playing wing, which makes a huge difference. He's playing on the 4th line. He's specializing in face-offs and penalty kill situations more than anything. In the preseason, we approached the games a little bit different. In that case, he may be playing on the 3rd line and getting 6-7 extra minutes a night. We put him in offensive situations just to get him up and running. Now he's become a specialty team player. And, with him being waived and the situation that he's faced, he's responded really well. His lifeline was taken away from him, and all he's done is found a way to stay in the lineup every night. So we're happy for him. They did. I'm sorry? The individuals are different. We're still learning Milan a lot more than we are Leon and how he's going to react to different feedback. He's as rugged as he is a player. He's that rugged in receiving guidance from the coaching staff. So we're not concerned about that one bit. Leon, on the other hand, there's a combination of a hug and a kick, and they went from being probably our 2 best players in Detroit to having a tough night in Pittsburgh, but that's going to happen. It gets magnified when you're on the ice for that many goals against, but we expect him to bounce back and have a real good game tonight. I think Pitter will determine that more than I will. I like the way he plays. I like his tenacity. I like his speed, his ability to finish checks. He drives the puck to the post, has a heavy, hard release. There's a lot of real positives for him, and I think he can be an everyday NHL player, but that's going to be up to him as we move forward. The hotel part of it has nothing to do with I've seen players stay there all year and contribute. So if I'm him, I'm happy to be in the hotel. He's had a great start. Don't take me out of it. Leave me there. I'm sorry, Matty? Yeah. Well, we'll deal with that when Matty's ready to play again. There's a lot of things that can happen with our team. Maybe we're not playing as well. Maybe we have other injuries. Maybe we're playing better and it's tougher for him to get back in. He's a real important piece to our club, and we want him back in the lineup. But circumstances will dictate when, how much, with who. No one can project what our team's going to look like when he is healthy. Yeah, well, you know what? It's an age-old question. It's been asked to many, many coaches. There is a tendency for that. We're not going to talk about it. We're not even going to acknowledge it. We're going to come and try and play our game. Obviously, we had some success playing back-to-back last week. We know that teams can dial it in and play a good road game to have success. So there's risks from both sides. But we will prepare our team like we always do. We'll expect them to come and give us an honest, or give each other, not us, give each other an honest effort. And, that's part of the growth of a team. You have that, San Jose and Pittsburgh did that 7 times in the playoffs, or 6 times, however many times they played, flying across the country and responding to play big games. So the final 4 teams have that immensely. He's grown. He feels more comfortable. We were saying it yesterday. It's almost like Connor last year. Different players, and I'm not comparing the two. But you get to a point where you give yourself permission to be in the league. You know what? I'm okay. I can do this. I can do it on a nightly basis. I can do it against anybody. And I think Matt's reached that point now. Still learning on the fly. A little bit of Darnell's situation for him right now, where maybe he's put in situations that aren't completely fair to him, as far as learning on the fly, but he's adapted fairly well, and there's nothing else we can do about it.